This is Supporter Field Notes, a calm, practical look at helping without taking over. Today's episode, When Grief Fills a Room.
It starts with a loss. A spouse, a parent, a marriage, a job, a child who moved out and didn't come back. And then the things start arriving.
Not right away, but gradually. Packages, shopping bags, things from the estate sale of someone else who passed. The mailbox fills up. The dining room table disappears.
And you watch it happen. You don't know what to say. You're worried. And everything you think of saying, it sounds wrong. Why are you doing this? Don't you see what's happening? But what looks like a shopping problem from the outside, it might be something else entirely. It might be grief.
Grief doesn't always look like crying. Sometimes it looks like not being able to throw anything away. Because if you throw away that shirt, that magazine, that receipt, then what happens to the memory?
Objects become anchors. When everything else has shifted, the things around you feel like the only stable points left. They hold you in place.
The more loss piles up, the harder it is to let go of anything. Because everything has weight you can't see from the outside.
There's a phrase we use, emotional clutter. It means sometimes we're not just holding on to objects. We're holding on to grief, guilt, fear, feelings that don't have anywhere else to go. The objects become the container.
So when you walk in and see the clutter and think, I just need to clean this out, you're seeing the physical layer. But underneath that layer is grief.
And you can't clean out grief with a dumpster.
That's why forced cleanouts don't usually work the way people hope. The stuff comes back. Not because the person is stubborn, because the grief hasn't moved. So what do you do?
First, shift what you think your job is. Your job isn't to remove the clutter. Your job is to stay in relationship with this person while they figure out what they're carrying.
That's harder. That takes longer. And it's also the thing that actually helps.
Talk about the person, not the piles. Ask how they're doing. Let them talk about who they lost. Grief needs witnesses.
And when you do talk about the space, lead with care. Not, this place is a mess, but I know things have been hard. I'm here. We don't have to fix anything today.
There's a concept called release without erasure. Letting go of something doesn't have to mean letting go of the person, the memory, or the love. You can honor what something meant without keeping every object connected to it.
That gives you a different language. Not throw this away, but what would it look like to honor your dad without keeping every tool from his garage?
And if they're not ready for that conversation, that's okay. Sometimes the most helpful thing is just showing up, sitting down, and not making the stuff the topic.
Be present. Be patient. Grief doesn't have a timeline, and neither does the clutter that carries it.
If you recognize this, someone you love who started filling their home after a loss, you're not alone, and you're not expected to fix it.
Stay present. Stay patient. The stuff is not the whole story.
Thanks for listening.
Take care of each other. You've been listening to Supporter Field Notes. People first, then the stuff.